Hey, it's Devon Gall, your #1 friend in marketing and sales fundamentals. I coach current and future high rollers like yourself how to increase their commissions and earnings potential. Just a friendly PSA. We call this channel Get Your Notebook. So make sure it's a big notebook so you can take a lot of notes and get big results. Alright, so today we're going to learn about the types of players in business. This is going to cover entry level, mid-level, high level, C-level, entrepreneurs, business owners. It covers the entire gamut. Alright, I'm not sure if I know what that word means, but it's every stage in the business, wherever you may be at. You might identify with some of these types of players. I know I started off in some categories a little more and then moved to other categories myself. So let me know in the comments what you think. What category are you? Are you an A player? Are you a B player? Are you a C player? Are you a D player? Where do you land, right? So let's take a look here. So types of players, we'll start from the top. This is where everybody wants to be, right? You might see some of these qualities in yourself. It's an A player. They set the pace. They're out there. They're in the office, right? They're masters of their business, right? This is the top 10%. This is the top 15%. These are the people that earn the majority of the commissions in the office, right? They stay until the job's done, right? Maybe it's 7 o'clock, it's time to punch out for everybody else. They're staying until 8, they're staying until 8:30. They're staying until midnight because they're nuts, right? They're staying until the job is finished, right? They're committed to their own future, right? They see beyond the horizon. They see beyond just 7 o'clock when it's time to punch out. They see their future. They're invested, right? They have big goals. They're lifelong students. So they're focused on the bigger picture, right? And that means they know they got to keep learning. They never stop learning. They learn from their own mistakes. They learn from other people's mistakes, right? So very tough skill to develop. One, just learning from your own mistakes, right? But learning from other people's mistakes. You don't have enough time in the world. You don't have enough time in your life to make every single mistake out there. So learning how to learn from other people's mistakes, very important to learn that ability early. They're solution oriented. They create solutions. They don't create problems. They see solutions. They don't see or make excuses, right? So anybody, like I always say, we can hire anybody to tell us what's wrong, right? We're looking for people who's telling us, how do we fix this? How can we solve this, right? That's the next leader. That's the next promotion. The solutions-oriented guy or gal, right? They take 100% responsibility because they know the power of taking responsibility when things go wrong. Maybe they aren't directly or even indirectly responsible, but when you take 100% responsibility, you take all your power back because you can do something about it, right? Now it's yours, right? So they understand, an A player understands that. They're self-motivated, meaning they're low maintenance, or even better, no maintenance. They don't need someone to come and adjust their attitude and tell them, maybe try a little harder, right? Or maybe you got to do this, maybe you got to fix this, maybe, they're self-motivated and they don't require maintenance, or their maintenance is very, very low, right? They got a great attitude and they're just great with new people. They're the person in the office, they're the person in the business you want to meet your new hires. You want them to train your new hires. This is your shining example. This is who we all strive to be, right? Are you an A player? Let me know. Then we go to the B players, all right? B players, they're top performers too, right? They're usually very talented people, right? Problem with the B player though is they're really reliant on their talent. They take shortcuts. They reinvent the wheel. They can get away with it too because they're talented. So they're good at what they do. Maybe they're a real smooth talker. They don't follow the system. They'll use parts of the system that, you know, makes them a lot of money, but they don't follow the entire system. They're into taking donations, right? They'll take handouts. They show up late, they leave early. Not always, but this is a B player attitude, right? Not a person to take responsibility. They're a finger pointer, right? They don't take their own future seriously. They're just there, make the quick buck, get in, get out. They're not really thinking long term. They're not seeing big picture. Not yet. You know, being a B player is not like a lifetime thing. You might see yourself, you might see some of these qualities. You know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any B player qualities when I started, right? So, source of drama. This is your water cooler king or queen. They are the source of drama. They're the source of gossip, right? They thrive on this, right? This is like, if they spent half the energy, if they spent 1/10 of the energy they spent on drama and gossip, on improving themselves, writing goals down, they'd be so much better, right? They know everything already, and it's kind of hard to tell these kind of people, you know, because they do have the sales, they do have the big commission checks sometimes. It's hard to tell them, you know, maybe you don't know everything, right? Big talkers, big talkers. They can walk the walk sometimes, not consistently, but they like to talk. They love talking. C player, let me get over here. We love C players, right? They're usually new. They want to learn, they want to grow, right? They have a little bit of humility, they're humble. They put in the effort outside of work, right? You've done sales, you've done marketing, you know, the job doesn't really end when you go home. You're always learning. If you're obsessed with it, you want to get better, you want to become one of the aces, one of the high rollers, one of the top guns, whatever you call it. One of the people on the list, one of the people getting the big checks. You got to put in some effort outside of work, right? They're always asking questions, right? They're learning how to learn, right? Sometimes they're a little bit slower, but they're very persistent, right? I see myself as a C player when I first started. I used to think, hey, I'm a fast learner because I did really good in high school or something, but sales taught me maybe my learning curve isn't so super high as I had thought. I'm a little bit of a slower learner sometimes. They make the effort to have a great image. You know, maybe they do. This one really resonates with me. How I started, you know, I didn't have a great background where I didn't have a bunch of nice suits and nice whatever. But I made the effort, you know, and I love seeing C players that come in. They might not have top-notch gear, but they're making that effort, that first impression, right? They're really going out of their way to try their best. People recognize that, all right? They're excited. They're excited about their opportunity. They're excited about the opportunity. They see the money in the office. They see the top people. They see the top guns, the high rollers, and they're excited about it. They say, "Oh, that's possible. I want to be part of that." They're good students. Maybe they're not great students, not yet, right? You're going to help them get there because you're an A player, right? Let me know in the comments if you're identifying more with the A players or the C players or the B players so far. But they're excited about the opportunity, and they're such good students. They're like a sponge. They want to absorb. They lack experience. They're really trying their best. They're bringing their best effort. It might not be that good. It might not be that great, but they're really putting in the effort, right? They're trying. And they want to improve. They really do. They truly want to improve. A C player, we love C players because they're the ones we can develop into that next superstar, right? And then we got the D player, right? We know we might see some qualities in ourselves. We might have some D player qualities in ourselves, right? Let me know if this is sounding familiar, or maybe you fought it off. You started this way and now you've fought and beat back some of these limiting mindsets and beliefs of a D player and moved yourself into one of the higher categories. But they lack experience and they lack motivation. They can't manage themselves, they can't manage their finances, they can't manage their time. All right? I know people that have been in the business for a long time and they still fall into some of these categories, right? They know it all. They know everything already, right? Can't tuck their shirt in, can't wear a belt properly, but they still know everything, right? Except, the most basic things, right? They never take notes, because why would you take notes if you know everything already, right? I ask the know-it-alls. I love getting a D player all riled up, and I say, well, you don't have a notebook, you know it all already. I'll just let you come up. You come up and teach the class. You come up and teach the team everything you know, right? They're disengaged. They're just completely checked out. Like this one, it's hard. It's hard to pull them out of this. Show them the money, show them the other people, show them the big checks in the office, show them this, show them that. But sometimes they're just so disengaged. It's like, what? If you're a D player, please hear me now. No one cares more about your success and your future than you. Okay? So if you're disengaged, you're going to be shot. Your future's shot, all right? So get engaged. There's other people out there that are doing good and doing great, and all you got to do is copy them. You don't have to invent anything. Just steal from the best, right? Get engaged. Excuse makers, right? Like I said, we can hire anybody. There's a majority of people that I've worked with as new hires in entry-level sales businesses, entry-level direct marketing businesses. Realistically, they make excuses. Now, here's the best thing about being a D player. This is all things you can give up these limiting beliefs and you can become a C player. You can become an A player, right? Hopefully you don't become too much of a B player, but you can give up making excuses. You can start finding solutions, or at the very least stop making excuses and just try your best. They give up quickly and they have a bad attitude, right? So I'm curious about what you all think. Let me know in the comments. Let me know, do you identify more as an A player? Maybe you identify more in a B player, a C player, a D player? Maybe you're a combination of them. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear if you agree or disagree. So appreciate you coming down. Thank you so much for your time, future high roller, current high roller. Have a wonderful, marvelous rest of your day. Take care.